I'm Kelsey.
I'm Shane.
And this is Dixie.
We've been living in the Love Hut for 7 weeks now. We've put about 5,000 miles on Biggin.
And we traveled through 9 states now. If you haven't been keeping up with our adventures this far, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can go back and watch all 10 of our previous episodes.
It's right down there. Just click on it. Do it right now.
I hope y'all enjoy this week as much as we did. Watch and let us know what you think.
Oh yay, guess what I get to do today? I get to change the oil in the truck. I'm so excited. I hate doing this. I tried to find a shop that would fit Biggin and the Love Hut inside of it to change the oil, and that wasn't a thing. So I'm doing it the old-fashioned way and rolling around in the leaves.
Meanwhile, me and his Meemaw hung out with the dogs and his Aunt Lynn. She came out later to check out the house, though.
I like it a lot. I do.
Well, thanks.
You take my house and let me take this house and I'll live in this.
Yo, yeah, you want to drive in around?
No, I don't want to drive it around.
You just want to sit in the driveway?
Uh-huh. No, not the driveway, in the woods.
So
side.
I'll drive it in the woods and just leave you there.
Okay, that'd be good.
You know you have to pee in a bucket, right?
Yeah, I've done that too. You know, we used to. I've done just about everything.
Spent our last night in Alabama with our friends Jordan and Katie, who recently got married while we've been on the road.
We were both super pumped to see them. Guys, we are so happy for you. Congratulations and best wishes on a long and happy life.
Plan was New Orleans, but last minute we checked the weather and headed north instead.
We wound up in a mud boggers heaven. Oh my God, we wish we had a 4-wheel drive. Sardis Lake in Mississippi, we will be back and we will have 4-wheelers.
Our neighbors had a really sweet rig too, but they never came out, so we didn't get a chance to meet. If any of you know them, please tag them in this video because we would really like to become friends.
We thought we were dodging the storm, but woke up to rain and decided to check the weather. The storm had grown, it was raining everywhere. So we decided to head to Hot Springs because what better way to spend a rainy day than chilling out in a spa. Obviously, there were no cameras allowed inside the spa, but when we came out, we had an absolutely gorgeous clear sky and beautiful lights throughout the city. After walking around a little bit and getting some cool pictures, we made our way back into the woods where we belong. It was a rough drive out, but the morning views were definitely worth it.
Good morning, y'all. We are in Arkansas, which has become one of my favorite states. It's just really pretty here. You just don't really know until you start driving around. I love the Ozarks. We're on a lake just outside of Hot Springs, and I can't remember how to pronounce it. It's too early in the morning for that. I just kind of wanted to share with y'all what we get to wake up to every morning. As you see, the Love Hut's behind us, and that's the bedroom window there. There's Dixie.
We weren't really ready to leave, but due to the holidays, we're on a bit of a schedule for the first time since we've been in the Love Hut. So it was time to head west.
We found a small mountain town that shared Meemaw's name, so we had to stop and take a picture.
We randomly found this little museum dedicated to Lum and Abner. Apparently they had a pretty rockin' radio show back in the 40s.
I personally love anything antique, and most of these items in this museum were definitely that. A lot of it was items that were in the general store when it was functioning, as well as old farm implements and anything you could possibly think of. The rest of the museum was dedicated to Lum and Abner themselves and their clothing.
After that, we were back on the road again. We made it all the way to Minna, Arkansas, to the National Forest out there, and took some pretty bumpy roads before winding up at a really, really cool waterfall for the night. I was stuck down at the bottom bridge, still getting some pretty awesome views. Shane took a hike though, and wound up with some way better ones.
I found you. That was pretty sweet. Yeah. We got a great night's sleep, woke up to frost everywhere, and had one last badass drive through the Ozarks through arguably one of the worst roads we've driven down so far.
But also one of the prettiest. The next morning, we spent another couple of hours driving through the Ozarks. We were pretty sad to see them leave, but I was also really excited to cross over that Texas state line into Texarkana, where one side of the road is Arkansas and the other is Texas.
Hey look, more dirt roads. We found these in Texas, and they took us out to Wright-Patman Lake to one of the Army Corps engineer spots, and we got to witness one of the best sunsets I've seen on this trip yet.
It felt really, really good to be back in my home state and my neck of the woods, and dear God, have I missed the East Texas sunsets.
A rare thing happens for us where the sunrise is just as good as the sunset.
just a couple more hours and we were at my childhood home to see my grandmother, aka Jean, and my Uncle Lloyd.
And just like that, Kelsey sounds like a Texan.
Look how skinny you are. You lost a bunch of weight. Thank you. You look great too. What do you think? Not about me, about my
How'd you miss it?
It is. I told you I was building a house and putting it on my truck.
Right, it's great. I swear. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Where'd this come from?
Shane's brother made that for us.
Oh, ain't that neat? Oh, there's Johnny and me. Your favorite.
I love it.
The next morning, we woke up early, had some coffee with my Jean, and made our way to Longview, which is about 45 minutes away, to see one of my oldest friends. Dale Poole at White Light Salon has been cutting my hair as long as I've had hair to cut.
We loaded up and headed back to Marshall to spend the evening with Jean. This little woman has been threatening to kick my ass for almost a decade, and I really have grown to love her. It was a bit of a bumpy ride this week. We saw some really cool trails and tiny roads, and now we're back in Texas, and it's a bit of a rude awakening to see that not everyone is in support of this. We've encountered a lot of people that have really supported us and been a fan of what we're doing.
Yeah, not everyone is going to think this is as cool as we do, but quite frankly, guys, we don't give a shit. We're happier than we've ever been and enjoying our lives, and if you support us, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If not, don't bother telling us because we don't care.
And if you see us on the road, wave like a jackass, flash your lights, and we'll stop and say hey to you.
Have a good one, guys.